Right. Good day, class. Today we are going to discuss quality management. What is quality and where does quality management come from in the modern day world? As you know, today everybody talks about, I want a quality job, I want a quality car, I want quality clothing, I want a quality service, I want quality, almost you want quality everything. Where does quality management come from and how does it fit into the project management process? Let me just take you through very quickly where the history of quality management came from over the time and through the ages. If you can look on the presentation slide, you'll see there's World War I, that was the 1950s, then there's from the 1950s to the 1960s, and then you have quality management as we see it today. Now, before I run through that, I just need to emphasize one very important factor, and that is that quality can never be inspected in. You can never inspect quality in, but you can build quality in. So the essence, the core of the story here is quality is the building process of a quality product, a quality service, or a quality deliverable, or a quality result. In terms of the inspected in, inspection will help us to identify any defects before they are discovered by the customer or the client. You wouldn't want your client to identify any defects that you haven't seen, because if you don't deliver a quality product, you might lose business, and if you lose business, you are going to suffer loss of profit loss. You won't have profit gains. So quality cannot be inspected in, but it can be built in. Right. So in the World War I to the 1950s, we had statistical and mathematical techniques in order to measure quality and to see, to manage quality. And there were sampling tables that they used to use and process control charts. That was during World War I to the 1950s. If you look from the 1950s to the late 60s, the focus shifted a bit to the cost of quality, zero defects, and the zero defects actually come from the Japanese nation in terms of zero defect products, etc., especially from the company called National Panasonic. They came with this zero defect terminology. And we were talking about reliability engineering and total quality control, or total quality management. Reliability engineering, we always hear people talk about how reliable is the service, how reliable is my car, how reliable is that product, etc., etc. In today, we talk about quality is defined by the customer. That is how we term quality today, what's important today. Defined by the customer, very, very important. If you define quality for the customer, it might end up with a big problem. Quality is linked with profit margins, which is very true. If you don't deliver quality product, you're going to suffer profit loss. Quality is an integral part of the strategic planning process. In other words, if you do quality planning and strategic planning in the company, or your business, or in your project, you have to consider quality planning, which is very, very important, because quality planning spans across the entire life cycle. Quality requires an organization-wide commitment. So gone are the days when people said, it's not my job, it's not my responsibility, it's not my duty, etc. We say no, we are moving away from that, and we are moving towards quality is an organization-wide commitment, which is very important.